What's up, my rich minds? Welcome back to your channel. Now, today is a very special video because NSE has introduced a new index for trading, Nifty Financial Services Index, and the symbol for it is Finnifty. So, if you want to trade this new index, you'll have to type in the watch list search section FIN Nifty. So, why did NSE introduce this index? Must be the first question that would arise in your mind, especially when we have Bank Nifty already trading at our exchange. The reason is pretty simple. Bank Nifty is a very concentrated index. Basically, there are only 12 companies in Bank Nifty, and all of them are banks. So, that index becomes very hugely volatile, and also FIIs have historically invested a lot in the financial companies of India. Roughly 35% of their investment goes into the financial sector in India, and leaving NBFCs, housing finance, insurance companies, and other financial sector players out of the index was a very big challenge that NSE had to overcome. And also FIIs are the one of the biggest players when it comes to Indian stock markets. Hence, to overcome all this, NSE has introduced a new index called as Nifty Financial Services Index, and the symbol for it is Finnifty. Now let us see what are the components of this Finnifty and their weightages. These are the top 5 components, the top 5 companies that are included in Finnifty. HDFC Bank weighing in at 27.13%, HDFC 17.51%, followed by ICICI at 14.14%, and so on and so forth. Now, if you notice, 4 out of the top 5 companies are banks, and that is because banks in India have a very large market capitalization when compared with their other financial sector colleagues like housing finance companies, insurance companies, etc. Hence, even in Finnifty, 4 out of top 5 companies, according to their weightage, are banking companies. Now, let us look at the sectoral representation that is given in Finnifty. Banks have a weightage of 63.1%. Now, if you compare this with Bank Nifty, it is 100%, because as I mentioned earlier, in Bank Nifty, only banking companies are present, but this is a far well diversified index than Bank Nifty, and hence other companies and sectors from the financial sector are introduced in this index, like housing finance companies, NBFCs, insurance companies, and their weightages are also mentioned in this slide. Now let us look at the contract specifications of this new index Finnifty. The symbol it will be trading with is Finnifty, and the lot size is 40. Now this is what I like about this Finnifty. The lot size is exactly between Nifty and Bank Nifty. So the lot size is not very large like Nifty and not very small like Bank Nifty. It's right in between. Now the contract cycles, there are 7 weekly contracts and 3 monthly contracts that would be trading. Expiry would be Thursday for weekly contracts and last Thursday of the month for the monthly contracts. And if Thursday happens to be a trading holiday, then the previous working trading day would be considered. Now, strike interval is a very interesting thing in Finnifty. Now, for many of you who must be trading in Nifty options, must be knowing that the strike interval in Nifty options is 50 points, like 14,000, 14,050, 14,100, 14,150, and so on and so forth. These are the kind of strikes that are available in Nifty. So for the people who are trading in Nifty options must be knowing that the open interest at strike prices ending with 50 are lower compared to the open interest of the strike prices ending with a whole number like 100, 200, 300, etc. Now NSE has taken note of that while introducing this Finnifty index. So the strike interval in Finnifty would be 100. Now you have to note here that Nifty and Finnifty are pretty close when it comes to their prices. Nifty is trading around 14,500 today, and Finnifty is trading around 15,600 something. Basically it is relatively same price, but the strike interval, NSE has become smart and introduced a strike interval of 100 points to avoid the problem of open interest at the 50 interval levels. The option type would be European options like every other option traded in India. The settlement would be cash settled, so no need to worry if your in the money options you forget to square them off. Price band would be of 10% limit. That means any time during the day, if the price hits 10% upper or lower limit, the trading will be halted for some time. Hence it's a good thing because it doesn't allow for manipulations any single day. Now, what are the pros and cons of this new index that has been introduced? Firstly, to promote this new index, what NSE has done is they have waived off the exchange transaction cost for the first 6 months. Now, to be honest, this cost is not very high if you actually look at your ledger, but it's okay. We can understand that NSE is trying to promote this new index. So it's a good thing that they have waived off the transaction cost for the first 6 months. Now the next pro is that this is a very well diversified index when you compare this with Bank Nifty, because as I mentioned earlier, Bank Nifty index has only banking stocks in it, and hence it is very highly volatile. But this has also other players like insurance companies, housing finance companies, etc. Hence this is a far well diversified index than Bank Nifty. Also, if you compare the CAGR returns of Finnifty with Nifty and Bank Nifty from its inception, Finnifty has performed better than Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now this may come as a surprise, but don't be surprised, because don't forget that FIs love the financial sector companies in India. Now when it comes to Nifty, Nifty is an index which has 50 companies, so it's a very, like I would say, it is a more than required diversified product, as it represents the broader market of Indian economy itself. And Bank Nifty has only 12 companies which are all banks. So Bank Nifty is a very highly volatile product, hence it's a high return high risk game. And when it comes to Nifty, since it is very highly diversified, it becomes a low risk low return game. But this Finnifty has 20 stocks, and it is a well mixture of Nifty and Bank Nifty stocks, so it is like an in-between product, you can say. Hence it is a medium risk and medium return product. And as I mentioned earlier, FI loves the financial sector companies in India, so I am really expecting this index to perform well. And all the retail traders can also start participating as soon as this last point which is mentioned is the liquidity is there, because that is a con as of now. We have to wait for the volumes to start popping up, and I'm sure after a month or so the volumes will start pumping and liquidity will be there, and that is when we can all start trading this beautiful new product introduced by NSE called as Finnifty. So that's it for today, guys. If you liked my content, please like this video, share some comments, share this video with your friends, let them know about the new index that has been introduced by NSE, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Please